Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack a genuinely thrilling narrative of lost history, high-stakes smuggling, and some absolutely mind-blowing ancient engineering. Let's just dive right in. Picture this scene. It's the dead of night. A massive torrential rainstorm is absolutely battering this old, isolated bungalow, literally making the walls tremble. Inside, lit up by just this one tiny desk lamp, is the renowned archaeologist Dr. Vivek. He's totally consumed by what he's doing, intensely studying this super fragile ancient palm leaf manuscript. And he isn't just translating old poetry here. He is right on the very edge of uncovering a secret that has been buried for 8 whole centuries.
And the scale of this secret, it is absolutely staggering. We are talking about 20 crore, or 200 million pages. To put that into perspective, that is like hiding thousands of modern libraries completely underground. This is a lost subterranean collection dating back 800 years to the mighty Chola dynasty. But, it's not just the sheer volume of pages that's so crazy, it's what's actually written on them. According to the narrative, this massive archive holds world-changing secrets, advanced medicine, complex astronomy, ancient science. It's literally a treasure trove that could rewrite human history. And the crazy part? The exact location of this unimaginable archive all comes down to one final, super cryptic clue at the very end of Dr. Vivek's manuscript.
What's really fascinating here is just the sheer absurdity of this riddle. Dr. Vivek reads the final line. The key to unlocking the 20 core pages is hidden in a common man's paper by the quirk of time. A common man's paper? I mean, what on earth could that possibly mean when we're talking about an 800-year-old Chola dynasty text? It's like a giant puzzle bridging the ancient world with modern everyday life, pinning this massive epic mystery onto just an ordinary object. But, well, before Vivek can even begin to wrap his head around this bizarre prophecy, his quiet night of research is completely shattered.
Section 1. The 20 crore page secret.
A violent, sudden knock at the door completely breaks the silence. When Vivek opens it, he's staring face-to-face with a man totally drenched in rain, his face completely hidden behind a black mask. And most terrifyingly, the guy is pointing a loaded gun right at him. This intruder is part of a ruthless international smuggling syndicate. He knows exactly what Vivek's been working on. He demands the location of the 20 crore page library and threatens to kill the doctor right on the spot if he doesn't spill the secret. But Vivek, he shows some incredible nerve here. He doesn't panic. He calmly explains that the location isn't just written down plainly on a map somewhere. It's heavily encoded and it requires a very specific physical key to unlock it.
Section 2. A dangerous encounter.
So the smuggler is demanding this key, gun literally to Vivek's head, and the doctor calmly reaches into his shirt pocket and pulls out the only thing he has on him, a perfectly ordinary 10 rupee note. The smuggler kinda laughs, thinking it's a total joke, but Vivek spins this incredibly convincing lie. He points right to the serial number on the note, showing that it starts with 20 CR, representing 20 crore. He claims that the rest of the numbers are exact GPS coordinates to the library, secretly designed into the currency by his own grandfather as a failsafe, and the smuggler, completely blinded by greed, falls for it hook, line, and sinker. He eagerly snatches the note to type the coordinates into his phone, and in that split second of distraction, Vivek grabs a heavy bronze lamp from his desk and just strikes the smuggler hard, knocking him out cold. The bluff worked flawlessly.
Section 3. The hidden map. Breathing this massive sigh of relief, Vivek pries the 10 rupee note out of the unconscious smuggler's hand. Now, he knows he just made up that whole story about the GPS coordinates on the spot just to save his own life, but as he casually flips the note over, his eyes go wide in absolute shock. Right there, on the back of this supposedly ordinary piece of pocket change, concealed through highly sophisticated microprinting, which, if you aren't familiar, is text or patterns printed so incredibly small you literally need a magnifying glass to see them, is an actual map. It is the precise map to the 20 crore page subterranean library.
The staggering irony of this moment is that the bluff, well, actually, scratch that. It wasn't a bluff at all. That specific 10 rupee note Vivek blindly grabbed from his pocket just happened to be the exact one his grandfather had actually designed and put into circulation all those years ago. It literally fulfills the ancient manuscript's prophecy. The key genuinely is hidden in a common man's paper by a total quirk of time. I mean, the mathematical improbability of pulling out that exact note on this exact night is just wild. So as the storm outside finally starts to clear, armed with this unbelievable realization, Vivek sets out immediately into the night.
Section 4.
The Lost Chola Library.
Following that microprinted map, Vivek's journey takes him deep into the untamed wilderness of Tamil Nadu right as dawn is breaking. He finally arrives at this ruined, centuries-old, totally abandoned Shiva temple covered in morning mist. The map points him straight to a massive statue of Nandi, the sacred bull. But this is no ordinary statue, it's an ancient mechanical terminal. The text lays out a highly specific sequence. Step 1, locate the Nandi. Step 2, he has to press both of the statue's stone eyes at the exact same time. And finally, step 3, the ultimate key. He must insert that specific 10 rupee note into a slot in the Nandi's mouth at a super precise angle. When he does, this heavy mechanical rumble echoes through the entire temple, and a hidden door in the stone floor just grinds open.
Vivek climbs down with his flashlight, and what he finds down there takes his breath away. It is a colossal subterranean complex. I want you to imagine thousands of ancient stone beds stretching way out into the darkness, meticulously stacked with millions upon millions of palm leaf manuscripts. The 20 core pages, the collected wisdom, science, and history of an entire empire perfectly preserved right beneath the earth. It's a moment of profound archaeological triumph. But, well, unfortunately, that triumph is dangerously short-lived.
Just as Vivek reaches out to touch his very first manuscript, he hears this slow, mocking applause right behind him. It's Madan, the ruthless boss of the international smuggling ring. Yeah, it turns out that masked guy from earlier was just a low-level lackey. Madan had secretly planted a tracker on Vivek's mobile phone, completely playing him, letting the archaeologist do all the heavy lifting to find the entrance. And Madan's greed knows absolutely no bounds. He lays out his plan to sell all these priceless medical and space secrets to the highest bidder on the international black market for thousands of crores, not caring one bit about their historical value. When Vivek passionately refuses to let this national treasure get stolen, Madan raises his gun, threatening to bury Vivek alive in the exact library he just uncovered.
Section 5. The Vacuum Trap.
But here is where Madan makes a massive, fatal miscalculation. This ancient vault wasn't just hidden away, it was fiercely protected. Suddenly, this piercing, strange alarm echoes through the cavern, and the ground literally starts to vibrate. Madan is totally confused, but Vivek just smiles. He explains the absolute genius of his grandfather's design mixed with ancient engineering. That 10 rupee note he slid into the Nandi statue, it wasn't just a key to open the door, it was a physical timer. The whole mechanism relies on the exact physical properties of that specific note. Its precise thickness, combined with the magnetic security thread embedded in the modern currency, interacts with these ancient sensors to trigger a defense protocol. Basically, by entering the library without deactivating it properly, they have sprung a lethal trap.
Let's look at this terrifying countdown. At minute 0, the massive stone doors seal completely shut behind them. Bam! Trapped. By minute 3, this huge ancient mechanical system starts violently sucking the air right out of the cavern. The smugglers immediately start suffocating, clutching at their throats. Vivek calmly looks at Madan and tells him that by minute 5, the room will be a complete vacuum, 0 oxygen remaining. No way out. Suddenly faced with a horrible, agonizing death, the arrogant smuggler boss drops his weapon and literally begs for his life. So, with literally seconds to spare, Vivek sprints back up the tunnel. He reaches right into the Nandi's mouth, pulls out the 10 rupee note, and swiftly reverses it, sliding it back in upside down. Instantly, the alarm stops. Fresh air violently rushes back into the underground chamber. But as Madan and his guys are on the floor gasping for breath, they realize their nightmare isn't over yet. Heavily armed special forces suddenly storm down into the tunnel. You see, Vivek isn't just a brilliant scholar, he's a master strategist. Before he even stepped 1 foot into that forest, he had already tipped off both the archaeological department and the police. The smugglers are swiftly arrested and hauled away in handcuffs. And the incredible resolution to this whole narrative sees the immense historical treasure, all 20 crore pages of the lost Chola library, safely recovered and transferred right over to the protection of the National Museum. It is a monumental victory for history and human knowledge, all completely secured because of Dr. Vivek's quick thinking and his grandfather's incredibly clever cross-generational design.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? An entire international crime syndicate was brought down and a history-altering discovery was made, all hinging on a tiny piece of paper worth practically nothing. So, as you go about your day today, take a look around. What everyday object in your pocket right now might just be hiding a massive secret? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep your eyes open. You never know what mysteries are hiding in plain sight.